morning, everybody, because this is for Married at First Sight, a season 16, and this is the after party, y'all. And we got a lot to talk about because there were some bombs dropped on this episode. So in this episode, we had Gina on there, we had Kirsten, and we had Nicole. And there were two big stories that came out of this after party. The first one being that well, I don't even know if it's a big story, but we already knew that Kirsten basically confirmed that she has no chemistry or sexual attraction with Shaq whatsoever. She basically confirmed that she didn't have it. He had two strikes. The first strike being, of course, that he was bald with the beard and all that other kind of stuff. And then the second strike being that he was younger than her. Younger, y'all. Younger by probably 6 months, because it's not even a full year. It's probably less than a year. So somebody had dropped down in my comments last week talking about Kirsten was the type of person that just likes to send food back for no reason at all. You know what? My reader, my commenter, she hit the nail on the head, because that's what she's doing. She's sending him back for no reason at all because he's 6 months younger than her. This girl. But anyway, the second big bombshell confirmed what I had been saying, that there was a ringer couple on this show, and the ringer couple was going to be Gina and Clint. And a ringer couple is a couple that we know from the beginning. They already know they're not going to make it, but they're just bringing them on here for drama and some other type of thing. Because let me tell you, Gina basically confirmed in my head that they are the ringer couple. So Gina tells the story, like we all saw in the regular episode, that they live in the same exact building. So first of all, we know that when you apply for this show, let me tell you, they know the addresses of people. So they already knew these people stayed in the same high-rise building in the entire Nashville city. Come on, people. So next thing you know, Gina tells the story that she had her home visit. And then the next day she was walking outside with her dog, and she happens to see a van with a man in the van with the earpiece in his ear. And it started to remind her that, hey, this is the same Married at First Sight van that came when they interviewed me for my home visit. So then next thing she knows, she says she sees the whole film crew from Married at First Sight. And she says, oh, why are you guys here again? This day, the day after they had already interviewed her. They came up with some bumbling a weak story talking about we out here getting footage of the outside of the apartment building. We forgot to get some footage. She said it didn't sound right to her. So she went indoors and she talked to, I guess, the leasing manager or whoever, a doorman, whoever it was, and said, hey, what are they here doing? And that man or that doorman or whatever confirmed that, oh, they're here filming some other old man up on another floor. So she knew right then and there that they were there filming another person in the building. Now here's the ringer couple, because Married at First Sight producers have done this in the past. They love to get people who have met before outside of this show. Those people didn't like each other. Then they bring them on this show and they make them get married at the altar. Gina already said when she saw Clint, she didn't like the way he looked. Also, she pretty much said she had seen him before. She had seen him before in this building, in the elevator. She didn't like him then, and she don't like him now. And here she is married to him. So we was talking about him not liking her, which I don't even think he is attracted to her. I don't believe that she's even attracted to him, because her look on that wedding day told it all. And she's basically saying, when I saw him in the elevator, I didn't like him then, and I didn't like him now. So this is all a setup for a ringer couple, for Married at First Sight, to try to have some drama around two people that they know from the beginning probably were never going to be sexually attracted to each other. And here they are once again putting them together. Ringer couple, all set up by production. This is foul. This is really, really foul. So the rest of the after party, we had Nicole on there, and she was boohooing over her wedding, also crying because she was saying, this was fake. This was something that she had manifested. I tell you, the power of positive thinking. I did a whole video on her, but the power of positive thinking, it should make a lot of people out here think, you know what, maybe I need to start thinking positively, and sometimes maybe some of this luck will come into my own life. Gina said she tried to have some positive thinking too. She said her New Year's resolution was to find love, but she didn't know what was working against her. She didn't know these Married at First Sight producers was setting her up. She had some positive thinking too, but some bigger forces came into play in the way of these producers, because let me tell you, they set her up. I would be mad if I was Gina. I would be hotter than fish grease if I were her. But anyway, one thing I did like about Gina and Nicole, they both got on Kirsten and told her that was shallow, that was foul, that you didn't give your husband a kiss on the first at the wedding. Here is your whole wedding, and you can't even give the man a kiss on the lips. No one said you had to tongue him down. No one said you had to tongue him down, but a peck on the lips, something. You gave him the cheek and the friend hug. At least they called her out on that. And let me tell you, Nicole had a bit of shade for Kirsten. Friendly shade. It looks like they really do like each other. They were both laughing. But she gave her a little shade on that. She certainly did. Because this whole thing about 2 strikes and you're out all because of the bald, the beard, and the fact that you are 6 months younger than me. This girl was looking for a reason to X out him. And if you watch my video, I've already predicted there is not going to be any type of consummating the marriage between Kirsten and Shaq. I will be surprised if she consummates the marriage with him. She couldn't even kiss him. So if you can't even kiss him at the wedding, you really think that she's going to end up sleeping with him and consummating the marriage? I don't think so. I think it's over. Like I said in my video, this marriage is over in the first quarter. It's like watching a football game. Over in the first quarter. You might as well turn the channel on this couple because nothing's going to come out of this. Nothing. She tried to make up some excuse talking about what he didn't even ask if he could kiss me. And if he would have asked if he could kiss me, I probably would have kissed him. I don't believe it. I don't believe it one bit. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. All an excuse. She is just concerned about the outside package. And because it didn't line up with what she wanted, she wasn't even going deeper and looking at any insides. She can't get past it. She can't get past the physical. It's over. It's over, y'all. You should try to ask her, hey, you think you can get past it? You think you can get past it? And she goes, oh, yeah, I think I might be able to get past it. Girl, you lying. You lying. She can't get past it. They all said they're trying to get used to the cameras being around. They said, always having cameras on you. Even Gina said it's weird. Everywhere you go, they're following you. So I guess they're all talking about adjusting, having the camera on them and how they play little pranks and stuff on the crew. But what? Who cares if you're playing pranks on the crew, Gina? They played the biggest prank on you. You got married at the altar with a person that you already saw before that you knew you didn't like. They got the better of you, Gina, unfortunately. And they start talking about the gift giving. We only saw in the episode the gift that Nicole got from Chris. We didn't see the other gifts. So we find out that the gifts that Shaq had bought for Kirsten was a Pandora bracelet. You know Pandora, those people, they make the little charms in the bracelet. I guess it was Pandora, some champagne, or some wine and some roses. So it wasn't really anything sort of too personal, to be honest with you, unless he bought her a charm that said their wedding day on it. It was really not a whole lot of thought to the gift that he bought Kirsten, which kind of, what tells me a little bit about him. Is he as sentimental as he's coming off, or is it just materialistic stuff that he got her? Kind of the same thing. Maybe they are 2 peas in a pod. I don't know. But then we also talked about, Gina told us the gift that Clint got her, was some sailing gloves. I was like, this is so horrible. This is horrible when a person, your husband, gets you a gift that benefits him, not one that's for you, not one that's sentimental, but something for him that's going to make him happy. And he bought her some sailing gloves. Like I said in my video, that's like somebody getting you a vacuum cleaner or a washing machine that you didn't want so that you could clean up the house better for him. Not because it was what you wanted, was because it's what he wants. He wants to clean a house or clean clothes. So he goes out and gets you a washing machine. He don't care nothing about anybody but himself. Clint is a no for me, a real big no. And then he talking about he was with 60 women. Who? He had to pay all them women. He done spent a lot of women. He has spent a lot of money on buying the P thing, a lot of money. Nicole said she was tired of the narcissistic men and men who always thought that they was a prize and they didn't value her. She said she was over that. She said she didn't care what the outside package was. She was looking for the insides. And I'm telling you, the attitude that she brought to this season, it really needs to be the playbook for a lot of women, because I think the positive thinking, the idea that what I've been doing in the past hasn't worked, I want something new, I think is the best attitude that I've seen on Married at First Sight in a while. That's why I'm really, really in the boat for both Nicole and Chris. I'm really happy for them. I think this is going to be the only couple really that's solid the whole time. I'm still rooting for Eris and Jasmine, but I'm telling you, the 2 of them, Chris and Nicole, it's starting to sound like just a beautiful love story that's going to unfold in front of us. And I'm happy for it, because all these other couples, I'm telling you, They shaky at best. Kirsten's told us a story how she had dated a man for 4 years and he cheated on her. So for 4 years they dated. He didn't want to marry her. And then she said, oh, I gave him all the good years of my life. Or gave him all my good years. And Keisha tried to tell her, no, you didn't give him all your good years. You got some left. So I don't know if that was saying, I don't know if that was saying that they didn't make it or what. I don't know. But she was with him for 4 years, probably because she was dating him because he had all the things on the outside, all the nice package, the package when I say, his looks, his package down there, his mail thing, because that's what she's concerned about. But obviously he didn't have no moral, no character, because he cheated on her. So you with him for 4 years, and he had the outside package, but not the inside package. And then you come over here for this show. And then when all his family is telling you that he has a nice inside package, you throw that away and say that doesn't make up for the outside package. Girl, this girl is shallow. This is horrible, y'all. This is a classic example of people say what they want, but they don't really want it. They don't really want to do what they need to do to get what they want. What they want is they want the easy way. They want everything in their favor. Kirsten is showing, I hope that women who are following the playbook of Kirsten, where it's all about the outside package, what he looks like, what his package is like, you really need to look at her playbook because she's doing the same old playbook she did when she was out there single. And she's coming here doing the same thing, and it's not going to work here either. It's not going to work. And another thing that we heard on this show was Nicole, when they were asking her about her wedding, Nicole was saying she was triggered just watching the scene back because we didn't know that on her wedding day, she had a champagne shower accidentally. She said they was in her room and one of the girls in the room had basically opened the champagne bottle and it squirted all over her and just doused her in champagne, her hair, her makeup, her dress, everything. So when she walked down the aisle, she was darn near soaking wet. She was saying she was not feeling confident and good about herself. Oh, I could imagine. And even Kirsten said, well, if that had been me, I wouldn't even walk down the aisle. There you go. There's the difference between the two. Nicole said, I am not missing out on my husband. Nothing's going to stop me. If I have to walk down this aisle wet and dripping in champagne, I'm going to do it because I'm going to meet my husband at the altar. And Kirsten said, if she had been doused in champagne and wasn't looking her a top notch, she said she wouldn't even walk down the aisle. Once again, the difference between the outsides and the insides. Here it was, the difference between the two ladies. And Gina said, there was all type of drama at the wedding. She said her stepdaddy didn't even come to the wedding because he got so drunk the night before he couldn't make it. So here we go, another daddy that didn't make it to the wedding. One was drunk. The other one said he didn't want to take a COVID test or he didn't want the shenanigans. Shoot, these daddies ain't showing up, period. They're not showing up. Anyway, that's it. That's what happened on the after party. Be sure to check out all my other videos on the other couples because I go a little bit more into depth on that. But that's it. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.